Hey, how are you? Today's Stadio Resendi, and today we're going to have an international look on misconceptions about Schengen. And the photo of the day is me. As soon as I got in Milan in 2023, I had just gotten into Schengen for the start of a very long, nearly year-long travel actually throughout Europe. I was really excited. But yeah, let's move on. So the first misconception is citizens of Schengen countries can travel with just an ID card. This is actually not true. The question or the accurate statement would be that European citizens can travel with an identity card across all EU and associate states, regardless of whether they're part of Schengen or not. So an Italian could go to Ireland, for example, which is not part of Schengen, and still just use an ID card. And let's say a citizen of Cyprus, which is also not part of Schengen, can travel within Schengen with also an ID card. This even includes like Irish and Cypriot citizens as well, like I said. And even third countries like Albania or Egypt allow for some EU nationals to just enter with an ID card. I did that. I have a European ID card, and I entered Albania with that ID card, despite Albania not being part of Schengen or the EU or the EEA or anything like that. Moving on. Second misconception, citizens of Schengen countries can travel without border controls. Correction, in theory, any person in a Schengen country can travel within Schengen without border controls. That's the whole point of Schengen. There's no border controls. If you're an American and you're in, I don't know, Italy, and you cross over to France, it might as well be that there's no border controls. And then, even though you're not a citizen of a EU country or you're not a citizen of a Schengen country, you still travel without borders. You still travel freely. It could be that temporary border controls do happen, but in that case, everybody goes through it, including EU nationals normally. Remember when I crossed from Poland to Germany, for example, there was a border control, even though there shouldn't be because it's Schengen, but there was, and they checked everyone's IDs. They didn't just check non-Schengen or non-EU citizens' IDs, obviously. So the idea that it's only citizens of Schengen countries that can travel without border control is not true. They can stay for longer, but even then, it's not citizens of Schengen countries that can stay for longer. It's just EU citizens, regardless of Schengen status. Third misconception is that citizens of Schengen countries can live in each other's countries without a visa. That's also not true. The correction is your country being a member of Schengen area is not a determining factor in whether you are or not allowed to live and work there. What matters is being a citizen of the EU, the EEA, or Switzerland. And it includes citizens of countries outside Schengen, such as Ireland, Cyprus, and until recently, Bulgaria and Romania as well. Now, why am I being so emphatic about this? Because there's a lot of videos in the internet, and especially on YouTube, that talk about Schengen, and it's meant to be people that really understand that sort of thing, and they will say things like this all the time without any sort of correction, and nobody will even mention that they're not accurate in the, let's say, commentaries or something. So it really is the case that the only thing Schengen is relevant for is visas and the 90-day limit. So to wrap it up, Schengen is pretty much only relevant when it comes to visas, the 90-day limit, and border controls. Being part of Schengen is not equivalent to being part of the EU or the EEA, and being a citizen of a Schengen country has no special privileges on top of being an EU citizen. That needs to be really crystal clear, all right? What do you think about Schengen and the EU? Let me know in the comments below.